Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am here with an updated how I edit my Instagram photos. Editing your Instagram photos is probably the most important thing about putting a picture on Instagram, it seems nowadays, because everybody wants to know like just the perfect filters and the perfect theme, and having a theme is also something that I think is really nice. It's not something that you have to have on Instagram, but a lot of people choose to do it, and I just think it makes your Instagram feed look really, really nice. So I'm going to be showing you guys my current Instagram theme, and also a way that you can pick, like how to pick the perfect Instagram theme, if that makes sense. So before I get into that, I want to show you guys my case. And the case that I have is from Best Buy, and it is made by Isaac Marahi. I just really wanted to show this case because I really, really like it and think it's super, super pretty. So I just really wanted to share it with you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and open up Instagram, and this is my Instagram. You guys can follow me at Chelsea Makeup 14. And as you guys can see, this is my current theme. And I don't really know how to describe my current theme. It kind of focuses on really making certain colors stand out, like really making the darker colors stand out. So I really like this theme on kind of like black and white pictures like this. I also took this picture with the same filter, and I kind of like it on this one as well. So it just kind of makes the darker ones stand out. And not to be showing y'all a selfie, but here is a selfie, and I do think this filter works pretty well for selfies. You have to kind of customize it just a little bit for selfies depending on the lighting, because I know one time I did try this filter that I use on a selfie, and it kind of made me look like I didn't have a nose. So you kind of have to play around with the lighting just a little bit. But this was the theme that I was using before I switched to the one that I have now. And really with this theme, it wasn't about showing that you have a filter. There are some themes that are, you know, the filter is very, very noticeable. This one was kind of a light filter that you really didn't see too much. It just kind of added a little bit of a purple effect to the photo. And I will show you guys my old theme along with my current theme. So how I edit my Instagram pictures is I go up here to my photography folder. I do want to talk about my photography folder really quickly. The basic apps that I use when I'm editing a picture are VSCO Cam, Whiteogram, which is good for adding a white background, which now on Instagram you don't really have to do that. You can actually get the entire picture on there, so it's really nice. I have Lumi, which just adds like cool kind of bokeh effects, which I know really isn't that popular anymore, but sometimes I still like to use it. And Layout, which is made by Instagram, which is a good way to make collages. It's like my favorite collage app, which I might go into that in a little bit. But today we're going to focus on VSCO Cam. VSCO Cam is my go-to picture editing app. I have used this app for such a long time, and I just really like it. I like the filters that it has. I've already imported some pictures to show you guys how to edit, and I think I'm going to edit this picture of Pepper and Petunia because they're really cute. I mean, even if you're not a cat lover, you have to admit, they're pretty stinking cute. Okay, so I'm going to come down here. As you guys can see, they have all kinds of different filters. Some filters that I really like are T1, not for this particular picture, but T1 is a fun filter, and you can kind of play around with that as well. It just kind of adds this really cool kind of shadowy faded effect. I also really like HB1 and HB2. I think they are really fun if you're wanting to go with more of a darker Instagram theme. I think that's very, very pretty. Another favorite of mine is F2. I actually used to use F2 like all the time. I really like it. And another favorite of mine is A6, and that is the one that we are actually going to be using today for the Instagram theme. So what I do is I just click on A6. Now, depending on the picture, if I'm editing a selfie, I might bring it down to an 8. It just depends on the lighting, but for the regular picture, I will probably leave it at a 12. Then I'm going to go to this little thing that looks like a wrench. I'm assuming that's a wrench. I don't know, that's where you're going to go to like tools and settings and stuff here. And I'm going to click on this little sunshine thing for exposure. I don't really know the technical terms. I just know this is how I edit my pictures. So sorry for all the photography people who actually know the terms out there and are cringing. I apologize for my lack of knowledge. Anyway, so we're going to go and take this up to a 2. You can get by with a 1. It just depends on you know, what the filter looks like and stuff, but I'm gonna go for a 2, and that's typically what I do for all of my pictures. Then I'm gonna come down here to contrast, and I'm going to bring the contrast up to a 2. Now, when you see the contrast on Pepper, you're like, oh, that looks really great, but you see it on Petunia, and you're kind of like, not so great. But we're going to go to highlight, and we're going to bring it to a 6. Sometimes I will take the highlights up to an 8 or even a 12. Just depends on the picture and the different setting, but we're going for a 6 today with the current theme. Also, sometimes I will go here and crop the picture. Just depends on if I didn't take it with the square setting. Most of the time I try to use the square setting. That way I don't have to worry about cropping, but nowadays, you know, you don't have to crop your picture, so yeah. We're then going to go to the fade, and we're going to fade it to a 6. And this just adds a really cool effect, and I don't really know how to describe fade. I'm not exactly sure what it's for, but I really like it on the darker pictures. And then you just save it, and then you can either go ahead and share it to Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, you know, all those good things, or you can just save it to your camera roll. I typically just save it to my camera roll. Okay, so now on this picture of Pepper, I'm going to show you guys my old Instagram theme. My old Instagram theme did have a bit more of a purple tone to it, like I was saying. So I am going to click on F2, and we're going to bring it down to about a 8 for this picture. I used to vary between a 6 and an 8, and I'm going to go ahead and bring it to an 8 for this picture of Pepper. Then I go to exposure. I would bring it up 1. I'd bring the contrast up 1. And then my main thing for this picture was I really wanted a purple theme. So I'd go to shadows, and I would make them just a touch purple. I'd usually bring it down to about a 6. So that way it's not super purple, but you just have a little bit of a purple tint to it. And then we're going to go to highlights. We're going to grab this lavender shade, and we're going to bring it down to a 6. So as you guys can see, it's not super noticeable that it is purple, but that's what I was really going for. Just a little bit of a filter, but not too much. So I search and I go to filters.vsco. And this Instagram account has all kinds of different filters for VSCO Cam or Afterlight. So this is like a whole Instagram account dedicated to sharing the different filters of VSCO Cam and Afterlight so you can get the perfect theme. How awesome is that? Like, I used to think, I was like, how do people come up with their themes? Like, how do they decide like what filter they want to use for a theme? And then I found this Instagram account, and I was like, this is literally the best thing ever. Alrighty guys, so I hope this helps you out. I hope that you can find a super fun Instagram theme, and I hope you guys liked this video. And if you did, please make sure that you give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you all are having a great day, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.